So I've been sitting here singing for a while now, because why not, right? But we're here and we're gonna do some tutorials on the F14. They're not as extensive as the F16 or F18, but hopefully they're not bad. So we're gonna get in here. I'm not sure if this is actually streaming. It says it is, but I don't know. So it's active pause. I'm gonna turn this volume up. Not controls. I need options, audio. Let's turn that up. Which one is him? Let's turn that down. Let's turn that down. Anything I need on here? I don't think we're using any. Okay, we got weapons released. Selected. So will that automatically... Oh, how did we wind up in a MiG-29? Okay, I also have that mapped. Okay. We messed up. I left it in... Oh, I did. I messed that up. F-14, we're going to go... So here's the listing of different training missions for the F-14. Already done most of these. I want to start getting into weapons, though. Weapons aren't my exact jazz on here. I prefer to do a lot more of the flying. The flying is what captivates me. So that's what we're going to try to do. We'll let this load in. This is on my new computer. It's still not optimized. I'm probably going to have to sit down with somebody and explain to them exactly what I'm trying to do. It should be pretty well spec'd out for DCS. If you hear the humming in the background, it's because my AIO decided to shit the bed on me. So let's go and take a look at this. So that's the radar lock on the target. Closure rate on the left. Range on the right. Of course, the pipper, where we're actually aiming. The armament legend, I guess that's the... It's just showing that the gun is selected. Okay. So let's see what this tells us. Let's go ahead and lower our seat. Got target drawn in front of us, so we can go ahead and turn on that. We can select our gun. Gun is selected. Go to air to air. It's already selected. Okay, we got our pipper. Done. Let me not get ahead of the tutorial. Already selected. Done. Should be able to. Let's drop those. And let's do within visual range. Not what I need. So I don't have radar. I'm not sure what that PLM button is. I don't have that bound out, I believe. Do I have any Fox 2s? No Fox 2s. Something doesn't feel right. So I don't have a closure rate, which sucks. So we're going to just guesstimate this.
Come on, show me some of that pilot shit. Closing. Oh, he's dead now. Closing. We're fast at 580. He's all yours. We're on a 6. Closing. He's on a 12-ish. Closing. Keep it up. We're on a 6. Closing. He's on a 12. Closing. Speed 540. He's dead ahead, man. Closing. 8 o'clock. Speed is 500. 7 o'clock. 460. Speed 370. 6 o'clock low. 3 o'clock low. 300 knots. 11 o'clock low. 1 o'clock low. 340. 5 o'clock. 2 o'clock high. Passing 300. 1 o'clock. He's right in front of you.
I don't like the audio being down this low.
340. 3 o'clock. 7 o'clock. We're on a 6. Good job. Closing.
Where's the other one?
He is on a 6. 8 o'clock high. 4 o'clock high. He's coming left. 7 o'clock high. 6 o'clock high. 7 o'clock high. 390.
Pull all the G's. Pull all the G's. Pull all the G's.
And that's 330. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. There's 290. 11 o'clock. On at 6. Go get him. Closing. On at 6. Go get him. Closing. 2 o'clock high. Passing 260. 2 o'clock.
This is probably painful for some people watching. Or if you watch this later on.
2 o'clock high.
So where is the...
300 knots. He's on her 6. 330.
One down?
He's on her 6. 5 o'clock low.
5 o'clock low.
6 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Where I see him.
Okay, 280 now. 1 o'clock.
I got really slow.
30.
shoot this other one. Good thing we have unlimited ammo.
Speed 310. We're at 350. Okay, speed 380. He's right in front of you. Good flying. We're on a 6. Closing. Okay, 330.
Some of those should have hit Shirley, right?
Passing 300. Looking good. We're on a 6. Closing. Speed 270. We're on a 6. Closing. High.
Look at the moon out there.
We're at 220. 4 o'clock. 190 knots. 6 o'clock low.
Some rudders would be really nice.
8 o'clock. He's coming right. Speed 250. 11 o'clock high. Coming up on 280.
Get that gun up on him. I couldn't.
We're slow at 170. 12 o'clock low. We're at 220. Good flying. We're on a 6. We're at 280. 310. Let's go.
How many hits can that thing take?
5 o'clock. 260. 5 o'clock low. 240. 11 o'clock low.
Pull the nose, pull the nose, pull all the G's, all the G's, all the G's.
270. 2 o'clock.
Don't want to enter into a flat spin. That would be bad.
11 o'clock high. Speed 300. 1 o'clock high. 190 knots. 8 o'clock.
Nose over,
150. Watch the speed.
rudder over.
3 o'clock low. He's under 12 fish. We're at 210. 280 knots. Speed 350. Right on his 6. Burn that sucker. Closing. Speed is 390.
How much more damage can he take?
He is on a 6. There's 390. He's on a 6. Looking like 310.
This thing has got to be going down.
Looking good. Keep it coming. 270. 330.
That was weird.
Right in front of us. 370 knots.
This is pathetic. Give me my F-16.
Watch it. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock low. Coming up on 340. 12 o'clock low. 2 o'clock low. Okay, passing 270. And that's 240. 9 o'clock low. 11 o'clock low. 280 knots.
You going down? All right. That was painful. So let's do some Fox 2s. I definitely got to do some more reading to figure out what those commands are. You know, get a radar lock and all that good stuff. That was something I assumed that Jester would have done. So today's tutorial will cover air-to-air employment of the AIM-9 Sidewinder. We will also cover the use of the cage seam system. Please familiarize yourself with the relevant sections of the manual, particularly the weapon employment overview. So we got some frog foots. All right. Let's get ourselves centered here. Let's level out. Level out and let's trim up.
Okay, we're on. There's a Bandit 2 ship, raw, 300, 10 miles.
I see him. Okay. Let's go to Sidewinder. Let's take our so air to ground or air to air. We're already there. Let's swap this over. Nope, not over. What is that on? Already on. You can hear it's pulling up. Yep, we got 4. We got a
Bandit 315, 7 miles.
got 4 out. Let's take a look. Lost track already. Because it helps to look at the range of your targets before you fire. Yeah, look, it's slowing down. Okay. Oh, we got unlimited ammo.
Missile missed. He's dead ahead, dead ahead. Closing. Run a 6, on a 6. Closing. Missile missed. She's all yours. Run a 6. Closing. She's on her 12. Closing.
That's one.
30. Flash. Missile missed the target. The bandit is down. He's getting his shooting position. Coming right. He's on her 6. And that's 500. 7 o'clock. 450. 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 480, I can feel it in my bones. Shit, get rid of him. He's right behind us. 7 o'clock. And that's 450.
Look at these two on one pass.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Hopefully they don't track the same target.
11 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
One and maybe? Yeah.
Oh, good flash. Bandit is down. 4 o'clock high. Speed 360. 1 o'clock high. 310, almost corner. And that's 280. 3 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Pull the G's, pull the G's, pull the G's.
4 o'clock low. Looking like 310. On at 12 sharp. 6 o'clock. Flash. Bandit is going down. Speed 360.
Let's put this thing down
440.
and we'll talk. Look at that. We got a. I should have been all my stores dropping. I don't know if it's a tutorial thing, but my speed brake isn't working. Let's kill some of this speed. All the way to the left.
Missile missed. Missile missed. Missile didn't hit. The missile missed.
Okay. Says it's out. There it is. So is the speed brake limited to a certain speed regime? All right, 250. Gear coming down. Flaps coming down. Trim up. 200. Something really funky with my controls right now. What is that? Really fast, really fast. Yep, we're gonna go up around. Can't get too fast because we have the gear and flaps out. Wait till we get a beam. E-bracket's coming down. Nice, nice, nice. Something I've noticed about this Orion 2 is that the trim, the hat I use for trim does not always work properly. Overshot it by a mile. Also too fast. See if we can't save it. Nope, don't do that. What is going on? Let's look and see. I'm just looking to see when I put in natural movements. Okay. Let's try this again. Get our speed down. How much fuel do we have? 12,000 pounds of fuel. That's about half. $500 feet. put all this up. Something feels really, really weird. We're going to set our radar altimeter to 600 feet. Am I in auto? Ah. There we go. So that was why I kept losing authority every time I was trying to get down to my landing speed. However, I couldn't because the wings were still back because it was in manual mode, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Let's see if we can get this thing slowed down and down low enough. We're going to go straight in. $2,000 feet. Got the runway made. Speed brakes out. Gears coming down. Introduce some. The gear on this thing is so draggy. It takes a ton of trim. Flaps coming down. Got some weird yawing to the left. Trying to put some right aileron trim in. A little to the left. We floated. See, there's the e-brake right there. So all those flaps are pretty effective above our flap speed, gear speed. So much more controllable. You got to make sure those wings are completely out. I couldn't understand why. Why I was having so much difficulty. You know, more than usual. But it makes sense. You know? Alright, cut the throttle. Try to make a better. And this is what it's all about, is about constant refinement, repetition. You know, I just want to get more practice with that low and slow. $300 knots, 2,000 or 1,700 feet, thereabout. Slowly rising, but for the most part, that is pretty good. $1,800 feet. Getting a little slow. If I wanted to, we could dump some fuel. That would make this 10 times easier. My gear didn't go in. That's interesting. All right. So much like the 16, you want to have your speed brake out so you can have increased throttle introduced. I'm gonna be off to the right just a little bit, but we can correct for that. Right. Speed brake is out. A little fast to be deploying the gear, but it's okay. Flaps out. We are high, so we have plenty of room to space to maneuver around. 200 knots. All the trim. All right. Let's try and stay low and slow. 200 knots. Oh, that's actually pretty well trimmed out right now. About 190. I'm not even holding the stick right now. I'm raising, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out some throttle. It's just a weird orientation in the cockpit than what I'm used to, if that makes sense. You see the E-bracket coming down right now. So if it comes down, you give more throttle. If it goes below, you take throttle out. That's the gist of it. That's a crazy angle of attack, though. So I am definitely introducing left aileron when I'm trimming out and increasing my nose up. All right, 1,200 feet. So I'm not paying to anything but that E bracket. I'm gonna use that little reticle to place on the runway threshold. So if it's short, I'm going to so I'm doing right now is I'm just taking throttle out and I'm letting that pipper align with the runway threshold. Trying my best to. Take some out. You gotta think there's a couple of seconds delay. My angle attack is pretty dead on. It's just trusting the instruments and not being so reliant. Like I gotta trust it. So I'm gonna trust this all the way down. And in theory, I shouldn't even have to give much backstick at all. And boys and girls, we are down. I think that's also where I struggled to do carrier landings, was because of that. It was because I didn't trust my instruments. Let's go and drop those. Boys and girls, we have landed. Put our speed brake in. The mighty, mighty Tomcat. It's different. It's really different. As opposed to like the F5. Yeah, we'll swap off to the F5. Let's do that. And you'll see what I mean. The Tomcat is a bit of a handful. The F5 is so much simpler, so much easier. So it's active pause, but we're going to ignore that. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Even though it takes time to spool, it's easier to maintain a consistent flying profile. Let's see if we can turn this off. Two niner. What is it at? 2969. 69. Make sure we have hydraulics. No shutters back. Make sure everything is set up as that. Put the flaps on auto. Right, everything else should be good to go. Let's go to the whole table. I don't know why they wouldn't do that instead of doing this. Where are we landing, Sanaki? Are we landing on 27? Where are we coming from? Nope. Right over here. That's runway 27. Runway 27. Runway 27. Okay. So we're supposed to approach for our final fix from, at 316, at whatever this marker is. Landing course 268. We got to go through the whole thing. 268. If we wanted to, we can go in. I don't feel like zooming in, so we'll get right here. 31. Transmit, receive. No, we should get a marker. This is actually a pretty good tutorial compared to the other ones where they have boxes. So 400 feet a minute for our vertical speed. So here's our angle of attack. Does it give us an angle of attack? I don't know. But we're going to use our angle of attack over here. Here's our vertical speed. So we don't want to be any more right there. That's where we want to be at. I wish I could. Oh, wow. Let me skip. All right. Let's see, 150. That's our landing speed, is 150. It's just way more forgiving than the F-14. Yeah, there's not as much thrust, but it's also much lighter. So you can see the tack cam right there. About 2,500 feet. We're looking to get to 1,500. So this is literally just breaking over the runway. Do a little down trim to fight having to correct it so much. That's 3,300 knots thereabout. You also have to be really gentle with the trim controls on here. I'm hands off right now. It's just doing its thing. Approaching 1,500 feet. Come back on the throttle. I'm going to level it out. And level out the aircraft. We're going a little low. But it'll be fine. Need a little more throttle. Trim for the speed. We're flying level. Oh, the boxes. See, I like this better than I do the other ones. The other ones just give you boxes, give you the instructions, and expect you to just do it. Maybe a little more speed. I'm not really gonna. I'm already in auto. So if you trim it out, I'm not really losing any altitude in this turn. I'm not touching the throttle. Maintaining 300. It's just overall a lot more forgiving. It's about there that I want to have my downwind. So we're already there. Let's go ahead. Landing gear is coming down. With some nose up trim. Gears down and locked. Confirmed. You gotta keep giving it trim until it gets that 165 knots. Still trimming up, getting a little low. Since I'm low, I'm going to put in more power than is probably necessary while I make this turn. Slowly bringing the altitude back up. There's a runway. So a crosswind right now. I'm gonna go ahead and speed looks good. Altitude's a little low, but from what they're prescribing, but most times you're not going you're not gonna be doing a landing. It's gonna be a lot more intuitive. Oh, we got really messed that one up. We got really slow. We are down. Put the P key out. Make sure that is out. We are down. Flaps up. I wish I didn't do that right there, but I dropped that. Look at the parachute. Look at the parachute. All right. Let's see if we can do a short field takeoff. Flaps down. Hold the brakes. Afterburner just now kicked in. Get some rudder to control that. 150. Look for like 170. Oh, too much back stick. Flaps up. Gear up. And our trim is still jacked up. But see, I was still trimmed for that landing, so it left me. And let's go jump out. Goodbye. So I just ejected from my F-16 one time, and it literally did 1,000 loops. Didn't even land before I just left the server. That's not gonna make it. All right. So it is December 7th. It's both my grandmother's birthday as well as the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. December 7th, 1941, a day which will live in infamy. Problem is that I don't have the upgrade or update right now, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have available to me. That's a lot of ping. This Canadian one doesn't take a password. We'll join and see what it's looking like. But maybe we'll just do a quick flight in a P-51. Hopefully I don't break the engine. I tend to do that quite often. Do they have any P-51s? Doesn't look like they have any P-51s. But we'll take a look. Nope, don't want that. We want unit type. They don't have one. Okay. Let's do this. Let's leave this server. We'll do this. We're going to go to channel. Let's do 1000. Let's do winter. Let's do, oh, better yet, let's do this. Marianas, winter. Start from the ramp. Turn off all of those. Good. Let's generate that mission. Shouldn't take much since we have all the enemies down. So I don't know why the ground attack has not found. Usually you do another, you generate it again, it'll fix the issue. Right, we get to fly. See if I can remember how to start this bad boy up.